Alrighty, this is definitely not like my third time trying to do this video. The first two takes, I messed up some information, and now I think I hopefully got more information, or the right information is probably the best way to put it. But anyway, what we have here today is a tier list. I'm going to be discussing the 4-star characters of Wuthering Waves, who I think you should build right away. That's the must tier. Who I think you should build later, but not right away. That's the mid priority. And then for the low priority, they're kind of on the back burner. You don't have to build them, but maybe eventually. Again, you don't have to. And then no is pretty straightforward. I don't think you should build them. First thing I want to say, this is closed beta info that I am using anyway. Let's go ahead and get into it. Firstly, Chixia, no. She's the Amber of Wuthering Waves, and Amber's really bad, and she's really bad. If you really like the character, then yeah, obviously, put her up there on maybe even to the must, but I don't recommend her. Don't build her. Yang Yang, I think, is a mid priority. She can group with her ultimate, her Resonance Liberation. She can also battery energy with her outro skill. So the next person taking the field will have increased energy regen, which is super useful, especially for characters that really like having their ult. One of those characters, Jian. He really likes his ultimate, so things like that, she'll be really good, especially for the long run. So yeah, highly recommend. Baiji, she's a healer, right? The only other healer is Verena, so it doesn't matter if you're getting Verena or you're not getting her. I think Baiji is still a must build, especially when you're going to end up having multiple teams for the Tower of Adversity. I think she's a must. Now, obviously, she's probably going to get power creep very soon, but as of right now, on day one, you should probably build her. Now, Taochi is lower priority. Now, one thing I'm not sure is about her shields. I don't know if they are generated for just her or the team. If it's for the team, I think she'll probably go up there, but one thing's for sure, her outro skill increases skill damage. So that's nice, and by 38%. That's really nice. Now, characters that I think will really benefit from that is probably Calcharo. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he uses his skill like multiple times. But any character kind of like that that's really reliant on their skill, yeah, I think Taochi is going to be really good for it, especially Danjin. Danjin's probably going to be really good. Let's move on. Mortefi. Mortefi is a really good character. Why? Because he is. No, I'll explain more. He does some off-field damage with his ultimate. So if you remember Shincho or Yelan for Genshin, you know, for my Genshin players out there, it's kind of like that. It states when character's basic attack hits a target, a follow-up attack will shoot out a fire projectile at the enemy. And when a heavy attack hits, he'll shoot out 2 of those projectiles, which is really, really good. Not only that, his outro skill provides you with a 38% increase to your heavy attack. So, really good for off-field damage. And plus, for characters that are really reliant on their heavy attacks or just have heavy attacks in their kit. Calcharo, Genshin, maybe Jian, characters like that. He's really good, so I think you should probably build him. Sanhua. Now, this is where I got confused in my first 2 takes of this video. For one, on Pridewind GD, it states, oh, why do I keep doing it? It states that her outro skill gives you a increased glacial damage by 30%. Now, that's really good if you have this guy. The only person, as of right now on launch day, that's the only person that you can use her for. Here's another thing. On different sites, it states that she increases the basic attack instead by 38%. Now, I don't know how old this info is. This could be completely wrong. So, if it's Glacio, I would say she's probably on the lower priority. But if it's basic attacks, mid priority. On top of her being a good DPS, yeah, definitely mid priority. But if you don't want her to be your DPS and that glacial damage is only used for this character, and if you don't have this character, that glacial damage increase isn't really going to be super helpful, to be honest. But yeah, if it's basic, definitely up here. But I'm going to trust Pridewin because, I don't know, they could have messed up, but Pridewin is usually trustworthy. So we're going to put her on lower priority. Alto, he is a pretty good DPS as well. He's really fun to play. He's a gun character. He also increases your arrow damage here. I don't even know why I have that up on a different website, but yeah, he increases arrow damage by 30%, which is very nice. You got characters like, shit, I guess you only have one character, which is Jinshin. No, you got Jian too. So you got two characters you can use that for. So if you're pulling Jinshin or Jian, Alto can be really good. He can be that guy for that team, that top dog. So if you're pulling these two, yeah. Oh, get the hell out of here. He can be really good. If not, down here. So as of right now, I think I'm gonna put him down here because it's nothing like crazy universal. Danjin, very good DPS, very good DPS. She sacrifices her HP for damage. She can get you into risky situations, so if you're not a fan of that, she'll probably be a lower priority for you. But if you're good at the game, I think she's up there in the priority at mid. But she also does increase Havoc damage by 30%. Who else is Havoc? Oh, Tao Chi's Havoc. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's it right there. Tao Chi's Havoc. So you can use her in unison with Tao Chi. And that's actually a really good pair because Tao Chi increases skill damage. And that will be beneficial for her. Plus, she gives that Havoc damage to her. So, you know, these two are very good. Plus, I don't know if this is a leak or not. But there's a Havoc symbol on the MCs here, which is very interesting. I think they're already Spectro when we first get them. I don't know why the MC is... Yeah, see, it says here on Pridewin that they're Spectro. So I'm confused why there's Havoc. Eventually, so depending how long it takes to get these Havoc MCs, these two might get power crept, which is very likely. If not, there's still a good slot for these MCs. So for Havoc MC, very good, you know. But I mean, I will still put her on mid priority because she's a really good DPS. Now, let's move on to our boy Yanmu. So he's an electro DPS, right? He doesn't do anything too crazy. I mean, his skill is pretty cool because he puts this totem there. It's off field, does some AoE damage and stuff, which is very good. It's nothing crazy. I mean, if you're pulling Yinlin, he can really go up here, you know, be a really good DPS from Yinlin because she can increase that electro damage. Yeah, he can be up there, but as of right now, I think he's lower on the list. But yeah, I guess I'll briefly talk about MC. MC, you know, MCs typically get pretty good. Unless you're Genshin's MC, which I think is ass. But, I mean, Dendro on Genshin MC is pretty good. But that's about it. I mean, for Honkai Star Rail, Harmony MC got really crazy. But for Wuthering Waves, MC is already pretty good. Has a time slow ability. Very nice. And possibility that they just get better. So, highly recommend. Plus, if there's any fights that force you to use your MC, you might as well, right? So, yeah. That is the list. If I got any information wrong like I did before in my first two takes, let me know. I'm open to it. You know, yell at me. Don't yell at me, please. I can't take it. Just kidding. Yeah. If I have any misinformation, bro, I can't speak. What you get what I'm saying. If you found this video useful, like would be very appreciated, and maybe, you know, a comment for the algorithm. If you want to see more Wuthering Waves content, feel free to subscribe if you want to see content from me, because I'll be posting Wuthering Waves content like crazy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Take care. Bye-bye.